Hi there, this is Huskins, your Forex mentor. In today's video, we're going to discuss a very important topic. A topic on setting your goals and achieving it. Now, why am I doing this? Because I take mentorship students and a few of them were having difficulties in sticking to their plan and achieving the goals. I gave them a template which I have used successfully over the last many years, and I have achieved perhaps anything which I wanted to achieve using that template. I shared it with them, but still they were having a little bit of difficulty in achieving their Forex goals. I like to be pragmatic with my approach of training, and I wanted to put myself in their shoes. I wanted to do something which I've never done before, which I perhaps don't have the natural talent to do, and I wanted to do that, set that as a goal and achieve that. If I were to do that, perhaps they would be able to do anything they set their eyes on. So this entire video is for you students. Because I love you so much, I'm going to take up this challenge and put myself into a situation I've never been put before. Now, before I explain what I'm going to do, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in India, and in Mumbai, the coldest I had ever been to before I moved into Canada was about 16 degrees. I don't know how much 16 degrees centigrade, so that's I'd guess about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So that, I mean, it's pretty warm in Canadian standards, but it's pretty cold in Indian standards. So, or at least the city which I was from. Now, I cannot stand cold, and I like to remain indoors during the winter. When my students came up to me and told me that they were having difficulties sticking to the trade plan and setting up their goals and achieving the goals, I thought to myself, oh, I could do that, but that's something which I already know how to do. I already know how to trade Forex and make money on the markets. So let me do something absolutely different. You see this lake behind me? It's water right now. But in just a few months, we're gonna have this entire lake turn into ice. You can actually drive your car in it. It becomes that cold. And I, out of all the people, have agreed to do a polar dip. What's a polar dip, you may ask? Polar dip is when the water is absolutely frozen. They cut a little bit or go to a bigger lake wherein the water does not freeze so much, and you take a dip in the icy waters. That's what polar dip is. That's so not me. I'm not physically able to handle that, but I'm putting myself in that situation for a few reasons. The most important being you. I want to help you achieve anything you set your eyes on and follow a template which I'm going to share. Now, what is that template? The template is that you set your goal. It needs to be out of your comfort zone. So is this out of my comfort zone? Yes, it is. It could be trading on Forex. You could be making sure that you are disciplined about your trades. Be it whatever, be it achieving money, be it getting a particular house, be it any goal, be it losing weight, any goal. You need to have it a little bit out of your comfort zone. I have this completely out of my comfort zone. Number 2 step is make a public announcement of that. Because if you do not, you can just fib yourself out of it. I could say I want to do this polar dip, and I'd chicken out when it becomes too cold. Well, it is what, about 60 degrees right now. Fahrenheit, 16 degrees centigrade right now, and you see I'm wearing a fleece and I am already cold with my hands in the pocket. So it is not going to be very easy or a walk in the park, but I am going to do that. So, but I could very well chicken out if I did not make a public announcement. So you need to make a public announcement. Now, what do I mean by a public announcement? Somebody whom you care and who will be affected by whatever you're going to do. Now, I have this opportunity of sharing my goal with you. I want you, just below this, write down what your goal is and what are you going to achieve. And we'll hold each other accountable to our goals. So you set your goal up and you have a public announcement. Number 3, you have a risk and a reward. Now, what do I mean by that? That means that in case you fail to achieve this goal, you have something which happens to you, right? Something which actually affects you. And if you do achieve that goal, you reward yourself or you pamper yourself. So that's the basic template of achieving anything in life. Set up a goal, have a public announcement, and have a risk and a reward for yourself. So what is my risk and reward? I'm going to talk to you about. I said there were several reasons why I'm doing this. The number 1 was because of you. Number 2 is, how did I actually get acquainted with the polar dip? There is an organization called Habitat for Humanity. Now they do an awesome job in providing shelter for people who are not fortunate. Think about it. If you have a roof over your head, you're fortunate. You have food in the fridge, you're fortunate. Forget what your bank account balance says. There are some people who do not know where they're going to get the next meal from. They do not know where they're going to stay. And a Habitat for Humanity works with such kind of people. Well, there are people in Toronto who need proper housing. It gets really cold. And if they do not have proper housing, they're going to perhaps freeze to death. So Habitat for Humanity takes care of such people. The most important thing I like about Habitat for Humanity is their slogan reads, giving a hand, not a handout. I have never been in a favor of giving a handout. I dislike giving money away, because what happens is that it gets misused and there isn't a growth, there isn't a further, the people who get the money or get the services or get any benefit see a very short-term benefit, but their status does not improve. Habitat for Humanity is in line with my principles that I like to give a hand, not a handout. I am giving you a hand in life right now. I am helping you become a better forex trader. I need a hand in life in so many other things. I want to achieve, I want to become richer, I want to help more people, I want to do a lot more than what I've done. I need a hand with all of that. And the best way to get a hand is give a hand. So now why I mentioned about Habitat for Humanity? For a simple reason. The simple reason was that they do a polar bear dip every year. They organize it, and the contributions go towards the habitat of the Habitat for Humanity, and that's a cause which I like. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to take part in the polar bear dip competition. It's not a competition, it's an event, and I'm going to ask for your donation for Habitat for Humanity. My risk is that if I chicken out and if I do not do this, how much ever you all contribute, be it $1,000 or be it $10,000 or be it $100,000, I'm going to double that from my own money. I don't have a lot of money to spare just like this. I love the cause, but I do not have so much of money to spare. If we raise over $100,000 and if I chicken out, contributing $100,000 to Even though I love them, it's beyond my comfort zone. But I'm going to do that. And I want you to contribute to Habitat for Humanity. And if I chicken out, for Humanity is going to get more money. If I don't chicken out, at least y'all made a contribution, and of course I will be making a contribution myself, and we'll be helping people all over. At the same time, I'll be helping you see how goals are achieved, and I will be helping myself just increase my horizon a little bit more. And I can say now I've done a polar bear dip. Thank you for watching this video. I'll keep on updating this page as frequently as soon as I get more and more update. Please comment here and tell me what you think. Thank you, and bye for now.